This year we were tasked with helping automate a greenhouse in downtown Rochester called Bright Urban Greens. When we had a chance to talk to the owner about some of the things he wanted automated in his greenhouse, he really came up with three main areas to focus on for our project. The first area was to automate the louver system to open and close while he was at work during the day and the greenhouse was getting too hot. The second was to monitor the conditions in his greenhouse so he could know when the pH was too high in the water or maybe the greenhouse was too warm for his crops to grow properly. And finally, our customer wanted a compost bioheater to give warmth to his fish in the winter months as well as create valuable compost for his farm. For the louver system, we designed and built a gearbox that is capable of opening and closing the louvers, and that is then connected to an Arduino system that tells the gearbox when to open and close when it gets too hot in the greenhouse. For the control system, we had two main systems. One was a Raspberry Pi that handled the sensor data logging and processing, and the other was an Arduino that controlled the motor attached to the louver system. The Raspberry Pi has pH, electrical conductivity, dissolved oxygen, and two temperature sensors, and these are then logged and plotted using a cloud data plotted service, while the Arduino controls the louver system and opens and closes them when it gets too hot. Finally, a compost bioheater was constructed using a 55-gallon drum. As the compost in this bin heats up, we actually pump water through it in order to heat up the water and then pump that back to the fish tanks that require warmer water in the winter months. And finally, as you see in the top left, there is an air pump that maintains the quality of the conditions of the compost inside the bin. Finally, we'd like to thank the following people: Arthur North for helping us throughout this project and acting as a mentor, Martin Voice for opening his greenhouse to us and allowing us to work on this project, and finally, RIT.